Pop it over here anyways. Oh, I need my phone. I think I'm going live. Ow.
Sorry. That meant to go like on top of his head.
Wait. Peter, what's with the tie?
Oh, shut up, phone.
Are you live?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to get my, I got it up on my phone. Here it is. Hold on, I'm trying to get my, oh, look, no one's in. Fantastic. Melissa's here. Hello. Okay. Oops. I'll put that just like that so people can hear me. Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Okay. Just making some adjustments. All right. I'm pretty good, Melissa. It's been an interesting night. I would have been on earlier, but I had a little technical difficulties. That's always the case, as it may be. So, anyways, guys, this is the Wizard's Tower. Welcome. I got my technical issues worked out. So now it's time to do some reading. Ah, yes. So, let's see. People are filtering in. Hi, October. Hello. How are you this great evening? Put the phone somewhere. I'll put it over here. All right. Okay.
Can I pop in for a second?
You can. Pop in.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Yes. So, guys, we're doing readings tonight. So, if you want to get on, that is what you put in the chat. You guys know this by now. This is all easy peasy. Yes. Yeah, so I'm looking at the comments because I have like 3 different devices. So yes, make one of those if you want to get read tonight. And who doesn't want to get read tonight? You know, cause I'm shuffling the cards and the library is open. All right. Now the names are coming in. I can't find the pad and pen. I can't find the pad and pen because the names are coming in. All right, first up is Melissa Angel. Oh, wow, this pen's got splinters. S-S-A-N-G-E-L. Okay, so we have one so far. Come on. Someone keeps blocking my light. Hi, Shauna. Shauna. So, anyways, I'll babble. That's a weird sound. I'll babble a bit while we're waiting for people to put the things in there. If you want to get a reading tonight, they're really cheap. They're free. So put one of those in your thingy. If you want a reading. And, yeah, we'll do some reading. So Melissa's up first. Just want to wait till I get a few more in here. Da-da-dun. There's nobody. Oh, hey, yay. We got another person. All right. They're adding up. Woo, I'm going to be busy tonight. S-H-A-U-N-A. Shauna. Nah. Just because I want to say Shauna. October. O-C-T-O-B-E-R. October. All right, we got some folks up in here. All right. So, to move along, so what I do here, right? This is like a little reminder if you want a reading, put one of those. Though I do mine so that I have a DMark. Okay, so Melissa, you're up first. So, what is your question? Post your question in the chat. I could have said something mean, but I'm not that. What are you doing over there, clippity clopping? You sound like a Clydesdale.
Your mom sounds like a Clydesdale.
She
Oh my god.
used to when she wasn't Bones.
I have to tell you, oh my god, speaking of bones, I have to tell you a really funny story. Super quick.
Okay,
So
come on.
I was at the salon today. Well, obviously, because that's where I work.
Yeah.
And my manager was talking about how there's this guy she's dating, and she hasn't texted him back. Well, they went on one date. They haven't spoken to each other since then, and we were trying to egg her on and texting this guy back. And then she was like,
Lord.
"Oh, but I had this one guy that I used to know, and I can't let go of him." I'm like, "Oh, why? What happened?" And she's like, "Well, he died." And I was like, it was like dead silence for a minute, and I just blurted out, "He's Bones! Move on!"
Yeah, I mean,
And like everyone started laughing. I felt bad afterwards, but it just kind of like slipped out.
yeah, that was kind of not. I mean, she can't get over him. I mean, she really does got to move on because, like, you can't have relationship with
Let it
Bones.
go.
I'm gonna just have relations with the Bones. All right. Melissa's question is here. What is the universe want me to know right now? I'll tell you, the universe has been playing. I'm gonna tell you. Whew. Someday I will tell the story of my technical difficulties. There's a few things I gotta talk with Lucian about first, so I can freak him out. It's gonna be great. All right, universe. Okay, let's see. Let's bring up the card cam. Oh yeah, we're getting high class up in here. Okay, interesting. Hey, I like this. It does make me place the cards in a good place here. Of course, Alexa, turn off living room.
Okay.
Yeah, they look better like that. Okay. All right, so our first card, right, we have here the Seven of Wands. That, when I see that card, especially in this context, it means to stand your ground, right? The way I look at this card is, you got a guy. Have you ever played King of the Hill? That's the card. It's King of the Hill. Where's my pen? I use it as a pointer. What the hell? Oh, this is. Can you tell that Mercury went into retrograde? I mean, did I mention that? Anyways, I don't know where the pencil went, so we'll deal with that later. But yeah, you have a guy. He's up on the hill, and the other guys with the wands are below him, but they look like they're charging the hill, if you would. Anyways, moving on to the next card, right? The Four of Wands. This card, what's going on here is we have two people dancing, right? It's like the dance card. And that tells me that, when they say dance the dance, there's a little bit of give and take, a little bit of negotiation. I say kind of dance the dance. You kind of give a little, take a little, give a little, take a little. Kind of keep that in mind, right? And now we're going to our Five of Swords. Let's bring that in. Now, 5 typically is uncertainty. What I see going on here is someone gathering their things. You notice the boy in the picture, in the card, he's gathering swords because he's moving on to the next thing. There's a bit of uncertainty, right? This has completed. What's next? So these three all together, it tells me that the next bit of time in your life, what the universe wants you to know is that you really got to find the balance of give and take, right? You don't give too much. You need to stand your ground, but you're also going to know when to kind of pick your things up and move on, right? It's balance, right? Even the card in the center is the dance. It's the balance. It's the give and take. So that's what, I don't know if this makes any sense for you, but that's kind of the message that the universe is putting out there for you right now. That makes a little bit of any sort of sense. Give you a few seconds to take a look at that. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like I've been dancing with the universe a lot lately. Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of shows here in this reading, but that's not a bad thing, right? The universe is just trying to teach you, that balance, that give and take, if you would. Yas. All right, we'll pick that up. Okay. Now I do gotta find that pencil I just had. There it is, right under my nose. If we're any closer to me, it would bite. All right, so that's Melissa. All right, we'll cross her off the list. We have someone else, Leah Jabs. LEAHJABS. Alrighty, you have been added to the list. Okay, next up is Shauna. What is that? Is that the... Jesus. That was the wire from the microphone. Oh, God help me. So, who's next? Can you not block the light? I'm going to have to move that light closer to me. You're blocking the light. You're blocking the light. You're doing it on purpose. Good. How does it feel? Anyways, as I sit in darkness over here with the eclipse of the sun going on, Shauna, your question is next. Just a general. All right, we can do a general. All right. A general. Shauna Nana. Shauna Nana. A general for Shauna. Da-da-da-da. So how is everyone doing today? It's hump day. That's what I like about Wednesdays. It's hump day. We're halfway through that mundane bullshit called work.
And then we got a 3-day weekend.
A 3-day weekend.
Whoop,
A
whoop.
3-day weekend. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Can I get a whoop, whoop, whoop? Oh, here comes the eclipse again.
Sorry.
If you look up the word busybody or putter in the dictionary, guess what you see?
Me!
He literally putters. It's funny.
I do not putter.
You putter.
I do not putter.
I remember, who was it that was over? Oh, it was Anna Banana. And you were puttering. And I said that you putter. She looks at me and she's like, oh my God, he does putter. Because you were puttering. We were waiting to watch a movie and you were puttering. It's kind of just because it's, he sets up his hookah. So it's a process. It's literally a process. Like me, when I get to smoking, I do my stuff. It's just pack it and puff it, right? But he's over there. He's cooking coals. He's got to flip them on each side. Then he packs the bowl thing and then wraps it with tin foil. Flip the coals again. He pokes the holes in the tin foil. Flips the coals again. So it just goes on for like a half hour. And so it's puttering.
No. It
Yeah.
only takes me 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes my ass. Anyways, I gotta do Shauna's general.
In the cauldron, boil and bake. Fillet of a fairy steak.
Under normal circumstances, I would be worried about like copyright infringement, but I don't. You just don't do it good enough for them to care.
Rude. Yeah, that's right. Cough up a lung.
Oh, shut up. All right. All right. Shauna, here's your general. Okay. The first card's Seven of Cups. Bring that light down a little bit. First card, Seven of Cups. When I see this card here, hold on. I got the thing right in the view here. Oh, Jesus. Let's put this like this. Sorry, guys. Ugh. All right. This card's all about, mental focus, compartmentalizing, just keeping your mind organized. Mental focus is what comes to mind. Okay? Which could tell me a couple of things. One, you could be stretched right now, feeling that effects on your brain of, just kind of being maybe a little overwhelmed, if you would, mentally. All right? I need a drink. So kind of keep that in mind. And I don't know if that's kind of... Yeah, okay, so you say very much so. So that's it right here. Look at our next card. Bring this in a little closer. We have the Hermit. Right, and I love this Hermit card. It's just such a cool card. That guy in that Hermit card is so me. It's so me. Like, I would love to be that guy right now, just kind of walking. Kind of walking to the library. Doc, I got the little lantern. Yeah. So what that means is you need to kind of back away from all of this and withdraw into yourself, right? Isn't that what the Hermit card means? It means, withdraw into yourself. Become the hermit to solve a problem. That's what the Hermit card is kind of all about, right? So you need to do that. There's a lot of kind of thinking you got to get done there, girl. And then we go to the Six of Pentacles. Six is a balance card. And what I see here is, right, if you look at the card, I'll bring it in closer again. Let me ask you, can you guys see the cards all right? How is, because I'm basically working on making this more pretty. Because I want it more pretty. But can you guys see the cards pretty good? Especially I can bring them in like that. Just curious. Let's see. Okay. Someone says moving closer. We can do it like that. I know sometimes these cards are pretty detailed, especially the Wizard's Tarot cards, and they're not very big cards. So we can do like that. All right, there we go. At least we got a little of the glimmer from the camera, the candles. So,
Alexa, turn on living room.
No, I turned that off for a reason.
Okay.
It glares on the cards. Yeah, I can't see the cards from here.
Okay.
Yep.
Alexa, turn off living room.
Thank you.
Okay.
And plus, why do you need it? It's bright in here.
Oh, well, I don't know. Come on.
Yeah, I think he just like to disturb me. Well, I'm disturbed. But then again, I was always disturbed. So anyways, I'm sorry. Got sidetracked. So, withdrawing into yourself to solve a problem. Over here, finding that balance. And what I see in this card here, right, you see the boy giving to each of his, the people before him. And that tells me what I see here is you're going to be doing a little bit of giving. there's some revelation you're going to find in here that's going to get you in this position of giving of yourself. And what you want to be reminded of is to give fairly, and don't give too much, right? You don't want to give too much where you deprive yourself. And you also want to not give too much where you can't give to others fairly, if that makes sense. Right? If that makes any sort of sense. Yeah. She says, I've been giving a lot of myself lately. Yeah. You're going to make sure you find that balance of not over giving. Right? I think this is why this is here. You need to withdraw into yourself and kind of figure a lot of this out. That way you can give, the right amount of yourself. Don't stretch it too thin. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. All right. So let's see. Let's see where we're at. Okay. So that's Shauna. So what we have is we have October and we have Leah Jabs. Did anyone else want to get added to the list? Let's see where I'm at. Oh, Leah's there. Yeah, I don't see anybody with an arrow after Leah. But if you want to get on, make one of those. Someone asked... Oh, someone. Kendra. Kendra Spiritual Journey asks which deck. This is the Wizard's Tarot. I don't have the box handy. But yeah, it's the Wizard's Tarot. It's kind of the deck I use a lot of.
Lily Pad would like a reading.
Oh, cool. All right, that's just look at that card. Just let's hope that one don't come up today. But one of my favorite decks. All right, so we have a couple more names to put in the book here. So let's get that. Let's do that first. Lilypad. L-I. Pad. We got Lilypad. Pat's Daily. Or as we call him, Patty Pat. Pat's Daily Tea. Lilypad, Pat's Daily, Tell and More. Elizabeth. I'm going to have to turn the page. Or not. Looks like the book's full. Alright, we'll just go on the cover. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, I got Elizabeth. And I'm going to put Kendra. Kendra, Ashley. Or you asking me what it means? Oh, Ashley, that means you want a reading. That right there. So I put you down because you kind of made the arrow, but okay, no good. Okay, so we'll cross that out. All right, Kendra. We got Kendra. All right, I think that, well, that's good. Good. We plumped up the list. We like it. We plumped it up. We plumped it. All right. Fantastic. All right, October. I think you had asked already, but let me see if I can go back. But just in case, October, just what's your question? You are screwed up. Oh, come on, cat. What are you doing? Where are you going? Where are you going? No, you're not going on. No, Kitty's on the. Look at. He come to visit. Look at this guy. All right, come over here. I'll make a spot for you to lay down. There you go. Yeah, funabla. There you go, nice and soft. Sorry, October. What was your question? Oh, what does the rest of the year hold for you? Well, interesting. Rest of the year. I'll tell you, it's been an interesting. I'm kind of planning out the rest of my year. A lot of things that, which I should do a reading for myself, actually. What does the rest of the year hold for our friend October? I don't understand how I keep flipping a card. That's weird. Some weird things happening. All right. Okay. All right. Got the deck. Let's see. What does the rest of the year hold? Interesting. Oh my God, we see our hermit again. Okay. All right. October. So, first thing I see here, Six of Wands. And this is so you, October. Right, if you look at what's going on here, if I can find that stupid little pencil, I'll use it as a pointer. We have this, girl up, and look, she looks like she's up in, I don't know, on stage or what, but she's in front. She's instructing or teaching or sharing with a group of people. Right? Now moving here, we have the Hermit card. And we know what the Hermit card means. You need to kind of withdraw a little bit to contemplate a problem, to think of a problem, to figure something out. And then past this pot here, we have the Two of Wands. Balance required. You need to get yourself into balance. And I love this Two of Wands, right? This is definitely, right, if you look at the boy in this card, there's some mental focus going on. He's got the ball up there and he's like just focusing on magic really here. But that's something, right? You're going from this point to a little bit of a withdrawal to basically, balancing and focusing and just kind of getting down to business, if you would. If that makes any sort of sense, my friend. Hopefully that makes some sense. Okay. See, I haven't popped into the comments, and I'll let you look at that a little bit. I'm going to bring this in. We'll pop into the comments. You guys check out the deck. And yeah, it's another one. Anything good? Looking at the comments. Not really much. Okay. Oh, hi, Renee. I didn't see you come in. Somewhere in Time Tarot wants a reading. So we'll put that in here. Oops, W-H-E. All right, you are added to the list. Do we have anyone else added in this list? I don't see any lines. Nope, got a list. Okay. All righty. So that's reading for October. Let's see if there's any comment. Okay, so next on the list, let's make a keep losing that pen. Like, how does this happen? Like, seriously? Oh, it's right there. All right, so we'll cross out October. Next on the list is Leah Jabs, if I'm saying that right. Leah Jabs. If you're still there, post your question for me. Ah, yes. Get a good shuffle going. Leah Jobs, I have a difficult situation. Separation going on with my foster daughter. We became her legal guardian, so I guess that makes her my daughter. Where do we go from here? To make that, I have a difficult situation going on with my foster daughter. We became her legal guardian, so I guess that makes her my daughter. Where do we go from here? Well, let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah. Sorry to hear about that situation. Oh, I'm all crooked. All right, let's see what we got. All right. I'm kind of a slow shuffler, so bear with me. Okay. Uh-oh. The cats are gonna start yelling. It's cat yell time. Cut them here, and here we go. Okay, first card. Page of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Well, that card keeps coming up. Alright. Four of Swords. Okay, so what we have here, Page of Swords, he is, let me check something. Page of Swords is the bringer of, oh my god, I have a brain fart. News, I think. Page. Yes, bringer of news. So, Page of Swords is, kind of bringing you some news, or you may have gotten some news recently, or found something out recently. Now, next card is Six of Pentacles. And remember, even from the previous reading when this card came up, it was, kind of give and take, needing balance, if you would. Try not to force situations, right? It's kind of patience, balance, just it's a time of great patience. And Four of Swords. This card is interesting to me because it kind of can read a couple of different ways. Now, the way I see this card initially, when you get the boy sleeping, there are swords hovering above him, as if to threaten him, But what is needed to be pointed out is, four usually is stability. So if you look at him, he's pretty content, and he's lying on this solid, looks like marble bed. So what this card's telling me is that, if as long as he keeps grounded, right, this other stuff won't hurt him. And you think about it, solid marble bed. It's outside. It's touching the ground. And that's telling me to tell you stay grounded. Right? It's, this balance and patience and stay grounded. Stay focused. Don't let the situation force you to make rash decisions. Think things through. And, back to give and take, also keep in mind also with each decision you make, I can't think of the word, like consider how it affects everybody. If that makes any sort of sense in this situation here. If that makes any sort of sense. Where's my book? There's the damn thing. Alright, this has been this kind of night where I can't just keep losing things. Like, where the hell did it fall? It's right in front of me. Whew! I think the veil is still thin. Things is going on crazy over up in this piece. Alright. Ashley says, sorry, loves, I have to go. Child decided to climb out of bed and get completely... Oh, good night, Ashley. Anyways, Leah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, Mercury in retrograde. Something, absolutely. Yep. I would love a reading, but I'm not doing it because Dave sees everything, and I've been acting a mess lately. Oh, Dana, don't let that stop you. Look, Mercury is in retrograde. It's a great time to be a mess. I was having this conversation at work because one of the people I talk to a lot that's kind of into tarot and stuff, but she's almost like really new to it. And, so I've been kind of mentoring her. And she's like, oh, my God, Mercury in retrograde is killing me, she says to me. Like, all my electronics. And she shows me. She breaks out her phone. And I forget what she tries to do. But it just starts glitching out. Then she goes to try to do something on her computer. Just glitches out. She's like, I give up. So I told her, what's been working for me, I have my usual... blue gold stone and tiger's eye, plus another necklace with banded aragonite, and I put not sure what I do with that shirt. I put a little tiny piece of selenite in my pocket, and so far things have been all right. Things have been all right in retrograde land. Except for tonight was a little interesting. Okay. Now, let me see. My phone has been glitching and lagging really bad for a couple of days. Yep, that's retrograde. It's been doing that. Like I said, it's weird for me. I've been bitching and moaning about this computer because of the Catalina update. And Apple just decided to release an update to their OS, which decided it was going to install right before my live tonight. But so far, half of the issues that I had that I was bitching about have gone away. So maybe, just maybe, Apple smartened up and fixed something. Anyways... Yes, Lilypad puts it right in. And actually, Lilypad, your reading is next. So think about your question. And I'll do a little tech talk. So the Catalina update, what Apple decided to do is drop support for all 32-bit apps. And, you probably, if you're sitting there asking, what the hell is a 32-bit app? That's part of the problem. Not a you problem. It's a us problem. How do we know what's 32-bit and what's... Now, I know because I'm an IT guy, but how do you guys know? You don't. So all of a sudden you put this update on your computer and things are just haywire. I actually, not half of my app, but a big number of my apps had like this circle and slash, like the no smoking sign thing over them. I'm like, what the hell? I had to uninstall them. They were no longer supported. Been driving me to drink. This is rum and coke, guys, and I'm not a drinker. Maybe that's why retrograde's going so great. Smoking pot and getting drunk. That's what we got to do in retrograde. All right, lily pad. I'm just kidding. Or am I? So let's see. We're going to do a general for lily pad. And if in doubt, have a cat nearby. I can never go live without cats. Over here. Oh, look at Loki. Loki's over here with me. Oh, Lucian's got the earphones on it. It's blasting. All right. Na, 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 na. All right. I'll cut the deck right there. All right. Boom. Oh! I hate that card. But I like this card. And... the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles. Okay. First up, Three of Swords. And Paris, I just, I got you, Paris. I will, right after this reading, I will add your name. Absolutely. So Three of Swords. Let's, hold on one second. Gotta do something here. I always told myself the next time I get this card, I want to see what the legit meaning is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of read this. Because this card's a scary card. When I see this card, I'm thinking, and in most of my readings I do intuitively, there's a little bit of, heart hurt right here. But let's see I'm curious what the intent of this card is. The Three of Swords is a card of grief and heartbreak. See, this is what I mean about reading intuitively. I've never read this before, but it's what it means. The card symbolizes heartache, pain, abandonment, and estrangement. Occasionally, it refers to betrayals, infidelities, and divorce. Threes usually signify a creative process. Sadly, the Three of Swords can also represent an abrupt halt to that process. So very interesting. I wanted to read that because I was just kind of curious. But that's what I see. But now keep in mind, this is kind of, will be behind you soon. So in this position, I wouldn't be too worried, about it. I mean, it's just, it's there. You're going to feel it. But now, the next card is the Empress card. That's the card of bounty, a maternal card. Right? The Empress is the mother. I don't know if you can tell, but she's a little prego in this picture here. And it's interesting. That's the card of plenty. So now, the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm curious, and I'm curious with this card too. I want to pull this. I get this card a lot, and I'm curious about something. Because Knight to me, well, I'm going to read this. Hero of Earth. The Knight of Pentacles explores the world at a slower pace than most. He's an elemental creature of Earth, and Earth doesn't move on its own. The Knight of Pentacles also has a studious intellectual streak that seems to have propelled him on a journey of self-discovery. Once the Knight of Pentacles sets out on a mission, he'll finish it no matter how long it takes. Very interesting. Yes, when I see this Knight of Pentacles, this Knight, I see someone on a journey, right? On the long haul, if you would, right? I see he's been traveling a while. He's stopping to rest on his knee because it's a long road. He's got a walking stick, looks like a shillelagh, but he's got, to use as a walking stick. So this card signifies patience, perseverance, and sticking with it. That's what it is. It's staying on that path, and taking one day at a time, keeping your eye on the prize, because it's weird because this bounty here comes at a little bit of a cost, if you would. It's going to lead to a journey that is going to be a long journey, not necessarily a bad journey, but a tiring journey. And that sometimes could be good. I don't want to pull out examples, but let's say, it could be anything like, having a child, getting a new pet, right? They bring love to us, don't they? And I think of pets because, my cat just walked by me. I love Thotho and Loki, but, it's a lot of work. That love comes at a cost, So, but it's rewarding, right? I don't see him as unhappy. He's very determined. Very determined. And speaking of very determined, no, buddy, you can't go on the tarot table. Oh, look what you did. You just chased your brother off of the soft blankie. Really? Come on, Thor. That's mean. And get away. You're not getting those French fries. Anyways, don't I sound like a parent? Oh, these cats are something. But anyways, let's go back to the chat. Oh, what happened? My phone just went stupid. Hold on. I'm going to get back in here. Boop. Booping. All right. Top chat. I want live chat. Boing. All right. Lilypad says thanks. You're welcome. Do we have any more additions to the list? Paris. That's right. I was going to put Paris down. Of course, this time. It's only 9:02. All right. So that was Lilypad. Okay, Patty Pat, you are next. That's Pat's Daily Tarot. And actually, if you haven't checked out the Facebook page, because I know he posts them, link to them on every morning. Pat does a daily draw. Definitely check that out. He does a cool daily draw every morning. I know I sometimes try to do that in the Wizard's Tower, but half the times I am a complete mess in the morning. So it's like, I I barely get enough time to put my crystals on and get a quick meditation in because I'm crazy. Anyways, let's see. Kendra, I started watching the symbolism video you did. Sometimes my intuitive readings are way different from the meanings. Yeah, that's true. That's, with these cards especially. I've been starting to kind of look, because I have the app on my phone now. I've been started to look at the meanings of them. And a lot of times my intuition's right on with what the cards are saying. I think that depends on how the illustrator and the author actually create the cards. At least I would think. All right, so Pat would like just a general. That's cool. We can do that. Got a nice shuffle in here. Yeah, na 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 na. All right. Oh, thank goodness it's Wednesday, hump day. I mean, it would be better if it was Friday, but I'll tell you. At least when we wake up tomorrow, it's going to be Thursday. And isn't that Thursday's nothing more than it's Friday Eve, right? We sometimes get excited about Christmas Eve. So let's get excited about Friday Eve. Can we make that a thing? Friday Eve? Hey, Lucian.
No.
Did you know that tomorrow is Friday Eve?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
So cool.
So cool. All right. He's okay. Back to your TV show. Okay, general for. What are you doing? Don't touch. What are you doing?
It's just so beautiful. It's got to be in the photo.
But it is. It is. It's in the photo. Oh man, oh man! Look at these cards. Yeah, you're making a mess out of things. What are you doing? No, it's covering the card. If you yeah, it is.
There we go.
Didn't you guys ever want to slap? Oh, what are you doing?
It's the cat being stupid.
Anyways, let's come on. I got readings to do. Queen of Pentacles. I was reading up on her this morning. Queen of Pentacles is a thinker, and she's very grounded, very earthy, very very grounded, very tough. So what I get from that is to kind of stop and think before you leap a little bit. Sit down, have a think, kind of. You might have been, if you kind of evaluate a little bit in your past, have you been making kind of maybe some little rash decisions? Be careful of those. Think things through. Queen of Wands. So when I see the Queen of Wands, she's a tough queen also, but she's more of a warrior. See, the Queen of Pentacles is a thinker. She's going to sit back. She's tough. You don't want to go pick a fight with her. But she's going to fight her battles from the throne. She's going to plan. She's going to think. She's not going to be too rash. Okay? Queen of Wands is more of a warrior. And that tells me you kind of be ready. A little fight. You might have to fight for something. And then we've got the Two of Swords, balance required. This is going to be kind of, she's bound, she's blindfolded, trapped, her hands are tied. That's going to be, you're going to be in that situation where you feel a little bit trapped. I'm going to cut this deck again. And because this pull calls for another card. Because, we've gotten here, think about things, be a little, could be a little bit of a fight coming, a battle, and then being bound. And so what does this all mean, right? I'm pulling more cards. Stand your ground. This one came up before. Let's pull another card. We got 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is one of those readings where it just wanted me to keep going. So, and let's do... interesting. So let's do a little 6-card pull here. Right? Because, we're going from here. You're going to feel bound. You're going to feel frustrated. You've got to stand your ground. You've got to push through. You got to not give up. Because now, after that... We've got the 10 of Pentacles. That's like completion. Finally making it through. And there's even going to be like that moment of, celebration after that. So, yeah, that one took 6 cards to read. It's a good thing I don't charge by the card. But I hope that makes a little bit of sense for you. Anywho, that's Pat. Elizabeth, you are next on the list. My video last night was around 20 minutes. I'm going to try to do a specific video for each of the major... Nice. Anyways, Elizabeth, you are next, so please post your question. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, you guys, behave. Cats are misbehaving. There's a surprise. There's a surprise when the cat says misbehaves. Now it's cold out. It's fucking light. Alright, this is just batshit crazy. Good Lord. Oh, I sucked it right out. Okay. See if Elizabeth posted her question. Oh yeah, everyone. The deadlight. It's the Walmart, and the thing is, this thing's got fluid in it. It's like got fluid. You can see the line where it's got fluid. See it? There's fluid in there. It's just a piece of shit. Shadows says a pot smoking which should never have lighter issues, right? Right? What is it? Oh, come on. What? Hey, Lucian.
What?
What's the Harry Potter spell for fire?
Incendio.
Incendio! See, all right. Elizabeth, you still here? Elizabeth. Going once, going twice, going, come on. Elizabeth. All right. While we're waiting for Elizabeth to post a question, Kendra, you're up next too. So Kendra, if you're here, please post your question. And we can circle back to Elizabeth if she shows up. Kendra. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Kendra. The built-in hot part is accurate even without his belt. He is the strongest. I'm not sure what that means. Kendra says, okay, what way should I go with my channel? Oh, I've been wondering the same thing. Maybe I should do a reading. YouTube has been a grind lately. I'll be honest. I think I've had 393 subscribers for like years, but I still get the same. I still love you all. This group we have like a little mini community here, with the folks that show up for my lives. So Kendra, let's see what we've got here. All right. I'm gonna split it there because that's where it wants to be split. And let's do this. So 9 of Pentacles. 9 is like oh, hold on, itchy eyeball. I got itchy. My eyeball is itchy. Okay, I gotta put my glasses back on. So, anyways, Nine of Pentacles. When I see Nine of Pentacles, right, I see someone who's kind of by themselves with nature. So what I see here is that you should kind of spend some time contemplating spirit animals, stuff like that, because I see a spirit animal calling out to you. That's what this card to me tonight is representing. Solitude, be by yourself, focus on spirit animals. Next card is Justice, the Justice card. And, you know, when I look at Justice, I'm thinking kind of like, it's kind of like balance, but so what am I thinking? Everything has a consequence. That's what I'm thinking. And magic is the same. Think things carefully. Think things through. Put a lot of thought into things. Weigh your options carefully. I have this feeling you have some ideas within you. Now, because right, we've got our Queen of Pentacles again, and she's got, you know, she's the thinker. So you have some ideas. Weigh them, sort through them. This is kind of what this is kind of my philosophy. And, you know, I try to apply it with my channel to varying degrees of success. But I try to, one, keep things on a schedule. Find, you know, the balance. Keep things regular. But I try to consider, you know, I try to put some thought into, you know, what I can do to you know, to set myself apart, you know. So I do see a lot of thinking. Now this one, let me see if I can pull a little more info from here. Because this one, I think there's more that needs to be said. All right, next card's Judgment. So I'm going to pull 3 more because there's just more that needs to be said here. And again, Judgment, right? That kind of goes along with Justice a little bit, right? You know, it's a little bit different in that, you know, when I look at this card, and again, I see birds. I see spirit animals. These are jumping out at me. The first thing you need to do is kind of get in touch with your spirit animal, because there's a message that they're trying to, that your spirit animal is trying to tell you. Look, there's a bird here. There's a bird here. There's a bird here. That doesn't necessarily mean that your spirit animal is a bird, but 3 birds in one reading, you know, or even, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. There's a message out there for you. 8 of Cups. 8 is a balance achieved. It's completion. And I get a lot of balance here. Look at this card. This guy piled these cups up, and they're like balanced. They're like leaning on each other. And he's got a sense of accomplishment. Out of curiosity, I'm going to hop over to the app again. And let's see what this thing says. Because I know what I'm seeing with this one here. I'm curious what the author has in mind here. 8 of Cups. Where the hell is it? Right here. The 8 of Cups is the card of the Wanderer and the Seeker. Focus on this card when you want to find lost objects, complete a long-standing mission, or embark on a spiritual retreat. A young man walks away from 8 silver cups that have been stacked. A gap in the center threatens the stability of the arrangement. The cups represent a life that seems to be carefully ordered and arranged. So I see something a little bit different. Are you seriously itchy? Yeah, this is welcome to the Itchy and Scratchy show. I don't know. This card intuitively is telling me something different. He just accomplished something that's almost impossible. Because I see it as he stacked the cups, and I see him looking back at them, almost not wanting to move forward, but he must. And now we're going to talk about Page of Pentacles. Page is a bringer of news. He's got a satchel. He's got news. Something is reaching out to you. Your spirit animal is looking to tell you something. So I would really meditate on that, because there's, I'm like, all like the soda bottles are like trapping me. I feel like that woman with the two swords all bound up. But yeah, this is, if you take anything from this reading, is definitely meditate on the message that your spirit animal is trying to tell you. There's something out there that it needs you to know. If that makes any sort of sense, Kendra. I know it's a bit much as far as what to do with your channel. Sometimes the cards are going to tell you what they want to tell you, but that's the thing, is that there is a message out there, and it could tell you, what the next thing is. Okay. Let me see. Where are we? Little Dandelion. Yeah, let me do a quick line check. Someone said Little Dandelion. We'll add her to the list, because I have been paying attention. Yeah, I'll put her in. I'll write it down. Should be so, because what we have right now, Somewhere in Time, Paris, and then Little Dandelion. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody. TTLE. All right. No, I feel up for it. We only got 3 more people. So, and I'm going to flip back, make sure I didn't miss anybody. But up next, we have Somewhere in Time. So please post your question. Yeah, don't see anybody. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, so Somewhere in Time, post your question when you got a chance. Oh my god, I keep drinking the one with the rum in it. I'm gonna get Verschnicket over here. This is the one I want. I should know, it's fuller. Regular Diet Coke. Be careful, the room's gonna start spinning. All right. Somewhere in Time wants a general. We can do that. Ow, my Apple Watch is accosting me over here. Guys, while I'm shuffling, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Let's grow this channel. Let's grow our whole community. Like and subscribe to each other. Share each other. Share on Facebook, on other witchy groups if you can. Don't break any rules. And also, don't forget, check out our Facebook group. If I can hit the right button here. That's the Wizards Tower Facebook group. You know, I'm posting stuff on there. Lucian posts some stuff on there. That way you can keep up to date. And yeah, feel free if you are a subscriber. There's a lot of folks in here talking about their channels and stuff. I have no rules. Well, we have rules on the Wizard's Tower. But when it comes to advertising your upcoming lives or your channels, you know, as long as you're not spamming the Facebook page, feel free to, when you go live, feel free to post your live in there. You know, that it's coming up. I do it all the time. And it's something that absolutely is allowed. You know, we want to know when everyone's going live. You know, can't guarantee we can catch every one of them. You know, there's a lot of us and we're all busy, but, you know, we try. But definitely use that resource to, you know, share upcoming lives. You know, the way I look at it, everything we post in there is more content for the members, right? And that includes lives. You know, I like it like that. All right, so we're doing a general for Somewhere in Time. Let's split this deck right here, and let's pull this out. A little bit of that. Interesting. All right. First card is the Eight of Pentacles. That's the card of seeing the product of hard work. Right? You see the guy in the thingy there. He's kind of hammering away at a pentacle. And he's got them all around him. He's very productive. Next card is the Knight of Swords. Knight is the bringer of change. And this card really speaks change to me. He looks like a butterfly. Kind of, he's breaking free. You know, he could have been a caterpillar or whatever. And I'm making the symbol and, like, you can't even see me. But he could have been, and he's just like breaking free. That's that change. And then the Queen of Wands again. That's the, you know, the warrior queen, if you would. So when I see that, there's going to be, you know, be ready for, you know, anything that life may throw at you. What is that? What's the name of his card? It's, you know, this card is saying be ready for the unexpected. Be ready. This warrior is like, she's protecting. She's, you know, guarding her castle. She's ready for battle. Let's pop out. Let's grab the meaning of this card. We'll kind of turn it into readings plus little tarot study, if you would. That's Wands. Wands. And the Queen. Let's see. Guardian of Fire. The Queen of Wands is a guardian and protector, right? Protection. You know, stand your ground. Born and raised to defend and preserve the realm of fire. As an elemental creature, she embodies all the fire and passion of the wands. She has energy to burn. She is mesmerizing, sinewy and strong, willful and dynamic, confident and self-assured. Her underground realm is smoky and dark, but she sees clearly by the light of her own inner flame. Right? That inner strength, that inner flame. So, that's, you know, being that defender, I see a little bit of that. And for you, too, I'm going to pull 3 more cards, because I'm curious if you know, the deck is going to reveal what this change is and what you need to be ready for, because you need to be ready for something. Next card is the High Priestess. And we've got the King of Swords. and the Four of Pentacles. Which doesn't really tell me much. Yeah, it just ain't going. It's just saying, yeah, I don't get it. I figured 3 more cards would tell us something. So these really aren't saying much to me in the context of this reading. So we'll focus on these. Sometimes you pull them and, sometimes it just doesn't work. But I hope that part makes some sense. It's kind of like saying stay the course. There's going to be a change. You might need to defend this change. It might be it could be a business decision or something like that, but you'll be challenged in that change. So just kind of stand strong on that. Hope that makes a little bit of sense. I got to bring the text back up on the channel. And let me see. Next up is Paris. Barbara says, sorry I could not join you tonight. There are a lot of things I still need to finish up with my YouTube videos before I give readings at Notions and Potions this weekend. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we all busy sometimes, There's nothing wrong with that. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. What is the last card on the Queen of Wands I put down? Let me see. Let me see. Let's figure this out. I gotta pull them back out. There's that. It was the Four of Pentacles. Which, that's balance achieved. I'll put this up there just to kind of satisfy your curiosity. Which really didn't tell me much. It's when I see this card, it's stay grounded, or hold your ground, stay focused. Right, he's like balancing this thing on his head. He's on a solid stone bench. It's kind of almost like that other card with the laying down and the what is that, the Four of Swords or something like that. Very similar, but again, it still gives me that same message of just kind of being ready, being grounded, defend. There's something that's going to be challenging you that just kind of be ready for. All right. Up next is Paris. Let me see. Question: what does my spirit guides want to say regarding my path? All right, let's see. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. All right. Ace of Cups and Judgment. Okay. So the message we're getting here is, right, we had this Five of Swords again. Did I ever give the meaning of the Five of Swords? What I see here is completion. He's picking up the swords and it's time to move on. That's what I get out of the Five of Swords. That's curiosity. Let's see what the literal is. The Five of Swords depict the joy of victory and the agony of defeat. Focus on this card when you want to encourage good sportsmanship, or recovering from a humiliating loss. The card depicts the two sides of conflict. For one side to win, the other side must lose, and to the victory go the spoils. The swords in a tarot deck symbolize the realm of intellect. Swords can stand for thoughts, words, intellectual disagreements. The Five of Swords hints at the rules of fair play and good sportsmanship. Yeah, I don't know if I see it exactly. I mean, what I see in the cards is, I mean, it could mean that, you know, maybe he's the victor and goes to spoil. He wins the swords. Could be. But again, it comes to the same thing. He's picking it up. It's time to move on. Ace of Cups, Ace is new beginnings, right? The mermaid's jumping out of the cup into the water. It signifies a change. And then we have Judgment. Judgment. I'm going to read the Judgment card too, because that's an interesting. Let's see. I mean, with Judgment, it's pretty straightforward. Let me find it. Where are you, Judgment? Where are you? Where are you hiding? Oh my goodness, I can't find what I'm looking for. Because it's right here. At the front of the room, a proctor, that's like a teacher, holds a leather portfolio for the exam. She's dressed in black because the Judgment experience isn't one that anyone takes lightly. The bird swinging from a perch is a phoenix, the mythical creature that burns to death and then rises from its own ashes. It's a reassuring symbol. It suggests that while failure is always a possibility, it doesn't signify endings. So, when I think of the Judgment card, I feel like, I get a sense, judgment means to judge. This change that's coming about, pick the swords up because the ace, a new beginning. Keep focusing on the phoenix. And again, to me, when I see animals in cards, it a lot of times is a hint for the spirit animal. That could be significant to your path. Be ready to be judged in your path and judge yourself. Because we can't grow on our path if, one, we're not judging everything we do to ourselves, and also taking. My mom always had this expression, and she used to say, "Take everything with a grain of salt." And what that means is, while you should pay attention to judgments, it's not an end all. Someone might say, I get a lot of this, you're doing that wrong. Well, wrong doesn't exist. If you do what's in here when it comes to your path, that inner light, that magic that starts here, you're not doing things wrong. So keep that in mind as you go down your path, because there is a little bit of a change coming. That's what these first two cards are signifying. Moving on, going to the next. This next portion of your path may seem like you're getting a little bit of resistance. Stay the course and take everything with a grain of salt. Hope that makes a little bit of sense. Let me see. Okay, so who was that? That was Paris. Hope that made sense. Lunaro says, "I love that, Dave." Thank you. You're welcome. You are welcome. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Paris says resonated very well. I felt that. Cool. I love when I hear that. And Little Dandelion, you are next, so please post your question. I think we're gonna wrap it up there for tonight. I'll take a last quick peruse through the room. Yep, I don't see any more arrows, so that's good. We will wrap it up there, right after Little Dandelion's question. You like that wizard? Which one's the wizard? Hold on, let me see. No. I like that wizard. Okay. Okay, Susie, I'm not sure what you mean. I like the wizard. I'm a wizard. I like me. So, anyways, Little Dandelion, please post your question. Did she put it in here earlier? Let's see, Little Dandelion. Oh, did she say bye? Oh, did she leave? Not sure if I'll do lives again, but I might check out what other people have to offer. What do I need to hear right now? I feel a bit lost and confused at the moment. Okay. Let's see. So let's see what the cards want you to focus on. Yeah, because we sometimes can get lost. That happens a lot. And what is going on here? I picked them up upside down. What a boob I am. All right, let's see. Hi, Lucian. How are you? Oops. Give these a good shuffle. I'm getting a lot of repeat cards today. And the cards do what they want to do. Okay. We had one jump because I'm a terrible shuffler. All right. All right. So we had a jumper, which is the Emperor. I guess we'll put him down here. See what that means. Okay. Dark Lord. Transfiguration. Magic. Okay. This is good. I'm not sure where the Emperor fits in here, but he was a jumper. We'll circle back to our Emperor, and we'll put him sideways. You can't really see him, but anyways. First up, right, we've got our Dark Lord card. Dark Lord is similar to the Devil card in most decks. The Dark Lord can be very manipulative and very controlling. If you look in this card, right, the Dark Lord, he's got, his minions, they look like toads on chains. That's what the Dark Lord does. He controls. Be very careful of manipulation from outside sources, because I feel whenever the Dark Lord card comes up, it could be a sign that someone or could be manipulating you. Be wary of that. Next card is Transfiguration. That's this deck's version of the Death card, and the Death card in decks, it doesn't mean death. Which is why I love the way the Wizards Tarot depict this card. It means change. Transfiguration is probably the biggest change out of all the change cards in the deck. This is big change. When I think transfiguration, I think caterpillar turning into the moth. So there's some big change that I think you need to focus on, because it's there before you. After that change, look what we have. We have the magician. That is like the epicenter of magic, right? The magician creates magic. He's surrounded by magic, right? You look, he's got his wand that he's holding up to the sky. That represents, the sun, the stars, the moon, celestial, the higher magic, right? But he's pointing also down to the ground, staying grounded, pointing down. Being grounded. He's high up in that magical celestial world while staying grounded at the same time. That's the power of a really strong, powerful magician or strong, powerful wizard. And if you look around him, he's got magic all around. You look at the circle of magic around his feet and the flowers growing up from that, right? And then you see, right, with my little pointer pen, we've got a pentacle flying here. We've got a cups. He's holding a wand. And there's a sword here. So now he's also in touch with all 4 elements, right? So he's really surrounded by all of that. And then on top of that, he's got the infinite sign. I don't know if you can see. Let me hold this up above his head. Right? Right? That's signifying huge knowledge. Because it takes a lot of knowledge to be that powerful of a magician. If that makes sense. So what to focus on in this reading, to get unlost, to find your way, is be aware of outside influences. These outside influences can confuse you very easily. You need to make sure you're listening to, what's here in your heart. Don't be manipulative. Break the chains of the Dark Lord. Don't let him control you. Big change. Big change. Transfiguration. Big change. After that, you're looking at the epicenter of creative magic, of creativity. And this could be in your magical life. Could be, your YouTube channel if you've got one. Any of that. That's, keep your eye on the prize and just kind of work through that. Hope that makes some sense. Let's see. I'm going to pop over to the chat a little bit. Let me see. I haven't paid any attention to the comments. I apologize. Let me see. Big things come in small packages. I'm trying to get a cross section of all of the conversation that's going on, and it's probably a bad idea. I'm probably just getting all kinds of confused. But anyways, what Kendra says, what deck do you read with Pat? Little Dandelion Lion says, thank you so much. I've been having conflicting feelings about people, decisions to make, and just feeling overwhelmed with life in general. Yeah, I mean, and I can see that, but I think if you simplify that and don't let people control you. There's influences at work here that you need to be very aware of. that'll help you, like you say, helps navigate all of that. Yeah. And that's it in a nutshell. All right. So I think that's it. We're going to wrap up here. I got to close that window because I'm freezing as hell. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, Lokes? You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Look at what we got here. Hi, everybody. Hi, we got a kitty here. Now you can go back over there. All right. I'm packing up the cards, put them all away. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is the Wizard's Tower. Don't forget to share it with your friends, because your friends are my friends. Don't forget to like and, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. I don't know what it does, but I think it's a good thing. I think YouTube likes when people hit the thumbs up. I know I do. And don't forget to check out the Facebook page. Lots of fun stuff going up on there. Couple of things that I do want to mention. And I put a post up there. To folks that are local to the Rhode Island area, the Conjuring House. There are rumors that it is opening to the public. So I'm keeping my eye out for that. And I want to arrange like a group of us to go and check it out. Another thing I posted in the Facebook group is that we have this convention called TerrorCon. It's really cool. I'd like to, get a bunch of, people that might be local or, visiting the area together to go see that. The dates aren't out yet, but I'll post them in there. All kinds of good things go on in this Facebook group. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I love you all. You guys have a great night and a great rest of your week. Yeah. Hugs, everyone. Yes. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. And how do I whack my head on the mic? Okay.